Morning guys, Saturday the 24th of March and it's a beautiful day, so I make the most of it, get some more seeds sown. Now you remember in previous video so I mentioned some seed need light to germinate, like lobelia. Well, I'm going to sow another one made for the hanging baskets, and it's Busy Lizzie. So sieve the compost. I've used a slightly larger sieve, otherwise I'm going to have no compost left. It's all going to be bits. So basically, take the seed. Now this one, like I said, is on the surface. As far as Busy Lizzies go, 50 seeds in a packet's not bad, but they are fine. Check a bit later. I'm always going to have trouble getting in these seal units, seed packets. Now, just sprinkle them fine. In there. As I said, vermiculite. That's all you need over the top. And of course, you need a label, and I'm spilling all over the bloody place. Right, I'll label this up. I will get it watered. There's something else missing. I like to put a lid over the top. There's one kicking around somewhere. I will get it. See you in a bit. Morning guys, Sunday 25th of March. What a contrast to yesterday. Bit of frost this morning. Apologise for the gremlins. Battery ran out again yesterday. So it's recharged, ready to go. Now, follow on sowns. Lettuce all the year round. That's not far of going out, that. So it's time to sow some more. We'll put a cos lettuce in this time. I had to carry on yesterday's seed sown. Camcorder or no camcorder, work's still got to go on. And we'll go through that in a minute. And these are about my favourite lettuces. Luxurious green cos. I don't mind quite a few extra seed in because somebody will take off my hands. Soil's pre-watered, so it's not a problem. It'll soak up any excess of this covering. That's all it needs. I did have a label, yes. Now I had failure this year, mainly with my brassicas. Me Brussels sprouts, my second sown, I think rotted. Down to me that. Put me in one of these propagating units with a lid on and just kept damp for too long, no natural drying out process. So I've got to re-sow. Or I did re-sow, I should say, I did it yesterday. All the brassicas I sowed in pots and kept out of the propagating unit, germinate no problem. So I'll just keep to that strategy. Okay. Well, just like the brassicas, the Cosmos failed us as well. Same reason. So I like plenty of them. A lovely flower. Out of the last pot I sown, one came up. Not very good. These are supposed to be about 4 foot tall. I think they were near 7 foot last year. You've got to have them in. Beautiful. Once again, pre-watered soil. Let the drier stuff take the excess water off. I did have a label. Yes. And for now, the peas. Right, my first sort of peas, they're already in the cold frame. I need the space. So they're almost ready to go out. So I'm going to grow a second crop, follow on, first green shaft. Now, if you're anything like me, my trays are being left in the somewhere in the garden. When you wash them out, make sure there's no nasties underneath. Your slugs and snails, they'll get anywhere. Inside, if you've got any foliage falling, any bits of leaves, make sure you get them out. They could be hiding amongst them. And it's not just a disaster for your peas, it's everything else in the greenhouse at risk. So, little tray. Ordinary pot and compost, bit of vermiculite. Vermiculite will keep the soil open, but at the same time it will still retain a bit of moisture should they start to dry out. Now, I like to put about 2 peas per cell. It's a 30 cell modular tray. It'll hold more than enough plants for me. Just push them down about half an inch. What you want to see is sowing them all, so we'll get back when we're finished. Right, mainly look at how rubbish like that, half a pea, that'll do nothing. Right, just case now, topping them off, a bit of compost. These will be watered straight from the watering can, which by the way has been kept in the greenhouse overnight, same temperature. It's best the temperature we can keep. Okay guys, that's the peas done. Right guys, I've not been idle while off camera. I've managed to update a bit with my staging. I don't know if it'll be seen. This light is terrible. But we're getting there. I'm happy. Now, another job to do. Tomatoes. Now these are Alicante. I'm happy with the way they've grown, and this is the stage I prick them out. I won't wait too long. I'll show you the odd one, but you'll get bored if you see us pot them all up. Basically, I don't use a dibber to rake them out. I want to get as much of the root as I can without breaking it. Basically, fill the pot. Story of my life, knock everything over. Just hold them by the leaf. Get maximum root. I like to plant them deep. I want the first truss to show just above the pot when they put the final pots. I know I won't be using all these, but I know people will take them off my hands, so they're not wasted. Okay guys, I'll get these finished. I managed to get 22 plants out of them, more than enough. Fibre pots, they'll serve the purpose, they will dry out, but that's the idea, not have the roots too damp, and they'll be kept under the staging for 2 or 3 days out of direct sunlight. Okay. Yesterday when I realised the battery was out, the camcorder, I carried on. I decided I would try and chit some seeds in a cold greenhouse. Don't know if you can see, marrow long green, a couple of gourds, mini butternut squash, and a pumpkin. I'm definitely going to try a pumpkin this year. Now the only problem with this is a lot of people start these off in the house on a windowsill. Even the windowsill you get heat. Even though you shut the curtains and you get the cold through the window at night, it's not as bad as in a cold greenhouse. So this next week the temperature above freezing, I'm taking a chance. But I'm not putting all me, well, I'm not taking too big a chance. Some in here and I've got some in pots. I can't put all my apples in one basket. That would be silly. Now the problem is, I find starting them off in the heat, when you come to a greenhouse you've got to acclimatise them to the temperatures, and I wonder how many people have actually lost seedlings doing that. You must acclimatise, at least for the cold greenhouse. It's the equivalent to a cold frame. I mean, I can plant out direct. For me, I've got broad beans to go out, I've got lettuce to go out, and if it wasn't for that frost this morning they would have been out this morning. But by next weekend hopefully, but when they go out they'll be with a bottle cloth over the top, just in case we get peace from these three. We'll take our chance. I've got more in. And the staging, you know them greenhouses, them plastic things where they come with their own shelving. As I've been getting rid of them in the past, I've kept the shelving, and see if I can drop you. Ideal for under the staging. Let's say my tomatoes are away in the shade, away from the direct sunlight. So I'm happy. We're getting there. Now I've got a few variety tomatoes at the moment. I've got Where are they? Garden's Delight coming through somewhere. And I've also sown Shirley. Now, I really wanted Tigrella, but I didn't have any seeds this year, so there's always next year. It's no loss. Okay guys, till next time, take care.